Hi, I'm Hannah and I race Bushcraft 1, and this is James and he races Modstox, and we met at Stockcar racing. This channel will be all about James's racing and my racing. Some behind the scene garage bits and some videos of us finishing off the conversion of this van into a camper van, as well as a little bit of restoration here and there. And now onto our Bradford prep. Just down James's garage, getting ready for Bradford. We've sort of left it last minute. We bought a camper van off of James's brother Tim. So we got that recovered back yesterday. We were stripping it out and hoovering it. We fitted a radio, washed it, stuff like that. So we've got 5 hours to complete prep for Bradford after some damage at Skegness and changing the diff. So that's what I'm doing right now. Just stripped the brakes off. I've just pulled the half diff out, got oil everywhere, so I'm going to clean that up in a minute. James just drained the diff. I think he's going to start fixing the front bumper because he got some damage. I'll show you that now. So at Skegness, we managed to put the front bumper into the wheels. We managed to hammer it out, but with a bit of racing at Bradford, I don't think it's going to last. So we're going to pull the parrot out now. Our friend Alex is going to bring it down. Put the parrot out, cut it off. We're just having an argument about whether to cut it off there or James wants to cut it off here, and then just do a quick thing for Bradford now, so we've got 5 hours, and then eventually we're going to cut this off because we know it's got no support, move it back there, do like a triangle to here and then out to the front bumper so it's got more support because he's forever putting that into the wheel. Clean off the brakes. Some more damage that we're not going to worry about for now because we've cut it too fine is we managed to snap that off at Skegness on a Sunday. Chris Clare, shout out to him, he welded it up for us just so we could get out in the last race because it all meant points for the Skegness final, the Vegas Championship. But then the toe was wrong, wasn't it? So we had to
get too far forward.
Yeah, so we politely asked Chris and I grovelled to Kev Clare if they could weld it again, but a bit further back, but it's a bit too far in now. But luckily the camber's okay for Bradford because it's sloped and it's big, so it'll be okay, but we do need to do it before the next meeting. Where are you racing next, James?
Hensford.
Yeah, well, it probably would be okay for Hensford, but it just doesn't look the best, isn't very strong. This is not the best metal, so really we need to cut this out, put new in, which we did not long ago, so that's a shame, but stock car racing really. Come to the realisation that put the car too close to the wall to get the half shaft out. It's literally almost there. So I'm just going to stay there for now. What am I going to do the other side? And James sets up the welder. That is proper Halford's bodge job. As you can see, we decided not to cut any of it off, just bent it all out.
Don't show the good bit on the back, will you?
Why, is that the good bit?
Better.
James thinks this is better welding.
I had to fill a massive gap.
Yeah, it was a big gap to be fair, I'll give that to him. It'll look right when you linish it back, won't it?
Hopefully.
And paint. Nobody's going to look for anyway. As Tim would say, it's just a bloody stock car. James wasn't done explaining why his welding wasn't quite up to scratch.
The gap was like that.
What's that, 6 inches? Not much.
7.
We're going to plate it. How far are you thinking of plating it? And what you're plating it with? Plate, or are you going to put like a bit of like thin box on it?
Plate.
You think it's going to be strong enough?
Find out,
It's Bradford?
Yeah, right.
You always get damage at Bradford. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Whilst James was fabricating a support bar for the front bumper, I was busy taking the diff out. Got the diff out, cleaned it all up, took all the silicone and seal off, and while I've been doing that tedious fun job, James has painted the front bumper. So that's all done. We did put a support bar in as well as plate it, so plated it and put support bar in, so hopefully it'll be okay. We've checked it with the wheel on as well, made sure it doesn't catch on left or right hand lock, so all good. So this is the old diff, it's the new one, but we've just realised that the kit that we've ordered, normally the diff seal comes on the back of this, but it's just one of the two harsher seals, so silicone it is. James is doing a very neat job of.
Pop it in then.
Me pop it in?
Yep.
Great. It was at this moment that I realised I need to work on my wrist strength. I don't quite know how I'm gonna... I don't know how I'm gonna do it, babe. Can you help me from the other side, please? James to the rescue. Okay. Like a dream.
You've got the little gun from behind you.
Yeah. Now to just put it all back together. You need to do one more important bit, James. You need to clean your flashing lights.
Yeah.
You cleaned them?
Yeah.
Good. It's the first time you've used them in how long? When was the last time you used them?
A couple of years ago.
So we pulled it out to load up. Managed to do everything that we wanted to do, which is brilliant. So he's done the front bumper, but removed the axle for shale. It's a little bit close. So you'll notice that this bracket's a little bit bent. So we're gonna put a power just on these bolts here. Just try and push this bracket out just a little bit, just so it's not so close. So that's not leaving much room for error. There we go, that's a bit better. A bit more room for flexibility when he's obviously loading that wheel up with weight, because the whole car's obviously going to roll this way. And also, just in case he gets a bit of impact damage on that wheel guard. So we just pushed it off of down here, pushed it a little bit off up here, but there's not really anywhere, as you can tell, to push it off. But I mean, it's a lot better than it was, so it's fine. Would you say that this is quite easily the worst task of the whole day?
Yeah.
Sort of a good idea of how to do it, but it's so thick. It's such an awkward angle. We've been at this for like, what, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Both got cramp in our hands. Not too much longer there. Ready to go. And off to Bradford we went. Ready?
Yeah.
I think so. We've just watched the whites and yellows of the F1s and the F2s, and it's basically down to tarmac. So we just did the pressures. We're obviously going to water it, potentially grade it. Hopefully not for the Modstox, but we will see. So we just did the pressures just in case, but we'll see how the first race goes and go from there. But you're going to have to let me know how you get on. In case you need to book them, you need to think about what they're doing at the beginning and the end of the race, so we know what to do for the next one. Good luck.
Thanks.
What did he just say?
I just realised it's the first time on trial with these tyres.
Well, everyone moaned about them, didn't they, at Mildenhall when they tried them?
Yeah. I've got them on tarmac, so we'll find out.
Yeah, you said on tarmac they're like the Yokies, but we don't know what they're going to be like on shale, because obviously we've all changed to the high flies like the F2s now. You can see James's outside rear tarmac one's gone a little bit, but you're not allowed to buff them or anything in Modstox like you are the F2s, so just got to live with it. We did discuss swapping it on the rim because they're not directional tyres, just so it wears it the other way, but our friend tried that and he says he had absolutely no grip whatsoever, so just stick to them wearing like that. So, but we'll see. You'll have to let us know what you think of them on shale, James. You might absolutely hate them, or you might think they're better or the same as the Yokies.
We'll see.
You're nervous now?
Yeah.
Going off superstars, well, then, yeah, for the first time in God knows how long. Yep. So, I'll leave you to concentrate because you seem a bit nervous. Well, this will be interesting. They water all of this tarmac here, and they've graded that corner, but they've left a massive lump of shale just there and all the way around. So we'll see how it goes, because both corners are now completely different. And as James explained, it's a little bit slicky down there, so we'll see how he handles it. So we're ready for the second race. After the first one, the camber on this wheel was even worse than when it was in the garage at home. So I don't know if it's because the suspension settled after racing. So we porta-powered the bracket off of the chassis rail down there to push it out, because that's the problem, it's welded too far in. So we pushed it out just to angle the bottom of the wheel out, to push the bottom of the wheel out a little bit. So now it's not so bad, it's a bit more upright. So we'll see how it goes. I wish I had taken a video of what it looked like when it came back. It was really bad. So it's better than it was, because he was complaining that it felt like he couldn't control it down the straight. So see how he goes in this one. He's got 8th last time. Hopefully we can get even higher up. What? Has it? So we've just read the rule book, and it says that the front bumper is to be a minimum of 52 inches wide, and not to protrude the wheels, not go past the wheels. So I've measured where it had snapped after we bent it back out away from the wheel, and it's 56. So we've got 4 inches spare of minimum, and obviously no, it definitely does not protrude the front wheel. Just means that the wheel's a little bit more vulnerable because, well, yeah, but at least because that was weak already, you know, it's not going to cave into the wheel, because if it caves into the tyre, it could potentially pop the tyre or even just get stuck and then you'd have to pull off. So it's 50-50 either way, but I've gone with the executive decision of just ripping it off. So back from Bradford, I've got to fix the front bumper. It's actually the day after Bradford, that's why I'm in my fancy work shoes. The nerve rail was touching the tyre in the end because he got a bit of damage. He hit the wall a few times because it was so slippy at that corner, and it snapped it out, which pulled the wheel guard towards the wheel. So he hammered it back in before we got it in the lorry, so we're going to have to fix that. It's also done it there, and it's pulled it away there as well, so we're going to have to fix that, as well as obviously the front bumper. But also when we port powered that out to give us better camber, it actually there as well. That's going to have to be loaded back up. We've got 2 weeks before Hensford because I'm racing next weekend at Skeggy, so we've got a bit of time. Get it sorted, get it washed, get it back out there. So to wrap it up, James got an 8th in Heat 1, 10th in Heat 2 and 10th for the final. So we got some points. He's now not leading the leaderboard. Chris Clare has taken over him by 2 points, so he's got some catching up to do at his next meeting at Hensford. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you soon when I finish racing Skegness.